Hey everyone, and welcome to the KPLE TV special. I have an amazing guest with us here, Miss Lindi McCallum.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. One thing you guys should know, this is another one of our guests or someone that I'm interviewing that has watched me grow up. So this is like a full circle moment for sure. And we are talking about Insight. So this is a company that your husband founded, and then you're the co-owner. Can you tell us a little bit about Insight?
Yeah. So thank you for having me, and good to watch you grow. An honor. Yeah. So we do have a counseling center. It's called Insight Counseling and Training Center. We're based out of Belton, Texas. We do have an office in Georgetown, and we do service clients virtually. So, if you don't live there and you need our services, please just reach out to us. But yeah, so our center is a counseling and training center because we don't just do counseling. We do coaching, we do training, continuing education, psychiatry, mid-management. We are currently also expanding our psychiatry to treating, PTSD, major depressive disorder, using what we call TMS. So exciting things are happening, but we do have a summer program that I wanted to share with you guys about today. We did our first one already. We have two, one in Temple, and this is not restricted. This just happens to be where we're doing them right now. Yeah. So one in Temple and then one in Killeen. So the one in Temple, we are transitioning or helping those that are going from elementary to middle school, and then from middle school to high school students. We have a program designed especially for them. So the one next week is starting in Temple at the Rocking Retreat Center. We collaborated with the Unincluded Club and the Cultivate Academy to put that one on. So they got the grants. It is free for everyone. Yay. So if you know someone that is going into high school, please sign up. Just look us up. You can sign up there and get them to come. They will be food, they will be fed, and they will be trained. And then we have another one coming up in Killeen, and that one will be July 14th through the 17th. And then July 21st to the 24th. So the first one is for those going into middle school. The second one is for those going into high school. And literally, we've put this together to help prepare them. So across the board, and I'll talk more about that.
Yes. So I know those are actually very big milestones for, not just the kids, but the parents too. Elementary school is its own situation than middle school, and middle school to high school. And you actually have 4 babies of your own, which I think check kind of almost every box, including a college box that we don't have right in here. So how do you see this as helping the youth, or what are some things? I know we were talking off camera about your kids notice and able to give feedback about. Yes,
because they went through the program. It's literally 4 days, 9 to 1, so it's not a full day. People can still have their summer. Very helpful because we do everything from mental health, emotional intelligence, life skills. They do cooking, hands-on, healthy. It's holistic. So as natural as possible. They get to learn how to grow their own greens. So it's a pretty well-rounded program. I'm looking at my sheets to make sure I don't miss anything. Stress management. So just kind of to prepare them, because when you go from elementary to middle school, it's a different world. And definitely when you go from middle school to high school, it's a different world. Word of Knowledge Ministries here in Killeen is allowing us and partnered with us to use their facility for the Killeen one in July. And like I said, the one in Temple is at the Rocking Retreat. And that one actually starts on Monday for the ones going into high school. So whether you've been homeschooled or in public school, it's open to all. And if you're just in town visiting, I don't go to school here, it is for everyone.
Awesome. Love that. Now, what would you say to the parents that kind of grew up in the generation where therapy and counseling are like really big trigger words, in the sense of, my kid's not crazy, they don't need that? Like, what would you say to those parents?
Definitely, don't be scared, try it out. Mental health, it's not limited to, maybe the way it once was, according to our understanding. I'm pretty sure the professionals always knew what it was, but it covers everything. Like I said, some of what we touch on in the program, your social skills, your emotions, your personal awareness, goals, all of that, how you interact. So it's nothing to be afraid of, and I actually encourage it for all of us. Keeps you healthy. We'll go to the gym to keep ourselves physically healthy, so why not counseling or coaching, like I said, to keep ourselves mentally healthy so that those other parts are functioning optimally too.
Awesome. No, we love that. So if you would, please invite everyone to come out.
Yes. Well, yes, so please come out to our readiness program, middle school and high school readiness programs that we are hosting. They are free. We will teach your children holistically, not only about their mental, but, you know, all health really is covered. And if you want to reach out to us, our website is insight dash, you know, the one that goes across, cc, the letters, .org. We're on Instagram and we're on Facebook as well. And so when you go there, you can find our number and anything else that you need. So we look forward to hosting and being a blessing to your kids. It is free. Thank you.
Yay. Now, just one more question.
Yes.
For your own children, how have you seen like this be helpful?
Yes, we actually had some of them speak. You know, I have 4.
Yes.
So 2 participated in the elementary to middle, and then middle to high school program. And they've come back. You know, they're very honest, and they've said, you know, some of the scenarios that we played in real life situations we gave them. Bullying, for example, so not just physical, but also digital, you know.
Yeah.
Online, you know, was a real thing, and how they saw that play out, not necessarily for them, but for people around them, because we address that too. You don't want you just aware about yourself, but also those around you.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
yeah, so they've benefited from it, and I'm glad. So
hey, no, for sure. I'm glad that they're able to, you know, speak to show, no, this is definitely helpful.
Right.
And then bullying is actually such a big topic.
Yeah.
I started subbing over this past year, and I was in middle school, and someone was struggling to read out loud, but the teacher left notes of, no, we read, you know, as a group.
Right.
And the bullying, my eyes shot up, and I was like, this, I would call it a righteous anger.
Right,
Rose up in me,
right.
and I realized, all right, you're in school, and you're the adult in the room. But I had to nip it in the bud so very quickly, and realizing, oh no, this is a real thing still, especially in middle school. High school, they're too cool for school anyway. They barely care. They're going to go back and forth. But middle school, oh, my heart broke of how that is really still a thing for sure.
It's a different world. So our hope is that, you know, some of the skills, coping skills that we give them, that are real life, real time, not just in theory, they can take with them. And that's what has been the testimony, if you will, of the kids that have come back, that we'll see, like, you know, how's it going? Because they get a graduation and everything, they get a certificate, you know, because we want this to be, you know, mental health should no longer be a stigma for them, and just healthy living, holistic living. So it's an encouragement, something they can look back on and remember what they learned to pass on to the next. So,
awesome. Love that. Well, thank you so much for being here and telling us about the program. Of course, you guys make sure you look into Insight, not only for this summer program, but for your own mental health as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you have a blessed evening. Again, reach out to Insight for your kids that may need some help with the transition this summer, going into a new environment. It can be very scary. And then also, it's a new day and age. Therapy does not mean you're crazy. It just means that, hey, you need someone to talk to. And everyday stress is a normal thing. Have a great day, and thank you for joining us in this special.